Hope everyone is safe and well. The business Ultrabook market has been hotting up ever since the working from home movement accelerated with the pandemic. However, the choice was limited to premium and usually expensive notebooks. The HP ProBook 635 Aero G7 is aimed at the business middle class. Under 1 kilogram, can it compete with its more costly cousins? Let's find out. The ProBook 635 Aero is made from recycled aluminium and magnesium, making it sturdy and lightweight at 0.99 kilograms or 2.2 pounds. It's solid with no flex on the keyboard deck and some movement when pressing on the display lid, backed up with military standard 810H testing against shocks and bumps. The screen is held by a single hinge that opens flat to 180 degrees for group collaboration work. It has the typical understated ProBook business design with a silver chassis and black screen bezel. It's not the slimmest, but makes up for it with upgradable options. To access these components, undo 5 screws and pry the bottom cover carefully to lift off. HP have thankfully provided generous upgrade options on the 635. 2 memory modules to a maximum of 32GB of DDR4 memory in dual channel mode, a single PCIe NVMe M.2 SSD slot, removable battery and Wi-Fi 6 card. This review model has a 13.3-inch Full HD anti-glare IPS display panel. If you predominantly work from home or in an office, the display will be fine to use. Viewing angles from the IPS panel is average at best, mostly due to the low brightness rating of 250 nits. It's not suited for outdoor usage or working near a window as it's poor under direct sunlight. Color reproduction is weak at 45% NTSC, okay for office usage but not if your work requires accurate colors like Photoshop or Lightroom. There are 2 other models, one with 400 nits, 72% NTSC, and another with 1000 nits, 72% NTSC, using HP SureView Reflect Privacy Screen technology. On the right you'll find a power connector, HDMI 2.0, a USB Type-C port with 10GB per second signaling rate, USB power delivery and display port, and an optional LTE SIM slot. On the left we have a Kensington lock, 2 USB Type-A ports with 5GB per second signaling rate, one with charging, one with power, and a headphone microphone combo. Wireless is taken care of with an Intel AX200 Wi-Fi 6 2x2 and Bluetooth 5 combo card. Wireless speeds and coverage were excellent during testing, especially if connected to a Wi-Fi 6 access point. Bluetooth worked reliably with the external mouse and headphones. The HP spill-resistant premium keyboard has chiclet-style big keys that are nicely spaced out with a large enter key. There's the convenience of 2-level backlighting keys controlled by the F9 key. Typing on this laptop keyboard is a really good typing experience. Plenty of tactile feedback, good travel and quiet typing keys, perfect for noise-sensitive environments. The F12 key is a HP programmable key to open applications, a folder or shortcut to a favourite website. The F8 key is to mute the microphone to avoid embarrassing moments on Zoom. The clickpad is wide and comfortable to use. It could do with more height, but that's limited by the chassis dimensions. No issues with finger gestures using this smooth clickpad. The integrated buttons are quiet and responsive. The dual stereo speakers positioned either side of the keyboard is above average at best. Volume is loud without distortion but missing the dynamic range and bass is weak. Use a pair of headphones or Bluetooth earbuds instead. The 720p HD camera with dual-ray microphone has above average video quality, good enough for a spot of Zoom or Teams. This review model runs on AMD Ryzen 5 4500U running at a base clock of 2.3 GHz up to 4 GHz max boost clock with 6 cores. TDP is rated at 15 watts. Along with 8GB of DDR4 memory and a 256GB PCIe NVMe M.2 SSD, the ProBook 635 runs smoothly with multiple browser tabs, music streaming in the background, and an office program like Word or Outlook open. Benchmark results were great with AMD CPU. Cinebench R23 shows a score of 5,709 points on multi-core and 1,126 points on single-core, just behind an i9 9880H with less power. Superposition gives a benchmark result of 885 points. 3D Mark results show a CPU score of 2,398 and a graphics score of 483. PC Mark 10 resulted in a score of 4,073. Geekbench 5 produces 1,039 in single core and 3,716 in multi-core. The HP and AMD engineers have done an excellent job keeping the thermals down on the 635 Aero G7. The majority of the time, even under load, the ProBook is cool as a cucumber. Fan noise is non-existent most of the time. Working on office type tasks, surfing, downloading a game, the fan never came on. Great for quiet working environments. Graphics is looked after by the integrated AMD Radeon RX Vega 6. Performance is on par with the dedicated GeForce MX 150 and near the MX 230. Using dual channel memory will squeeze more performance from the Vega 6. The Vega 6 will play older titles over 4 to 5 years old at low to medium settings. Simple games like Among Us, Overcooked 2 or Yakuza 6 will play okay, but don't expect AAA titles to play well. In fairness, the ProBook 635 is targeted as a business laptop first and foremost. The battery inside the ProBook 635 is a free cell 53 watt-hour lithium-ion variant. Battery life is excellent with general office usage, about 10 hours plus of general usage, office apps, YouTube and web browsing. Convenient fast charging is available, charging 50% in around 30 minutes with the HP Smart 65 watt external AC power adapter. With the ProBook range, you expect a good level of security features. For starters, we have a fingerprint sensor for authentication, a webcam privacy shutter for peace of mind, and a hardware TPM chip. On the software front, we have HP software security tools like HP Client Security, a wizard-driven set of security tools to activate. HP Security Essentials combines HP SureClick and SureSense to protect your laptops from websites and malware variants. Top 3 pros and cons before buying the HP ProBook 635 Aero G7. Lightweight. If you tend to move your laptop around, the 635 Aero is perfect for the job. Tipping the scales at under 1 kilogram or 2.2 pounds, it's certainly lightweight but a solid and well-built machine. AMD Performance. You can't argue that AMD have been slam dunking 3-pointers with their awesome processors. The Ryzen 5 4500U makes short work of productivity tasks with its snappy performance and cool thermals. Tip: go for the minimum 16GB dual channel memory and 512GB SSD if possible. Battery life. Need a laptop you can rely on to power you through the day? The ProBook 635 will give you that with incredible battery life. Okay, it's not class leading, but you would be paying a premium for that. More nits please. One of the biggest weaknesses in the Aero G7 is a poor choice of display panel in this review model. 250 nits is okay for office indoor usage, but go for the 400 nits model with better colour reproduction if you can. Weak hinge. The display hinge needs to be more sturdy. It has a tendency to move when you're holding it with one hand, which can be quite frustrating as you end up constantly adjusting the optimum viewing angle. No SD card reader. A bit of a nitpick, but I do miss an SD card reader for my digital camera transfers. If you're in the market for a 1 kilogram laptop, what other laptops would you be looking at? In no particular order, here's some to consider. LG Gram 14, Fujitsu Notebook Lifebook U9310, Asus ExpertBook B9, Lenovo ThinkPad X1 Nano, Acer Swift 7. The HP ProBook 635 Aero G7 is a fantastic lightweight laptop for people on the move. It's well built with a sturdy recycled aluminium and magnesium chassis. The keyboard is great to type on all day, and there is plenty of power under the hood with the AMD Ryzen 5 4500U. Battery life is all day, backed up with fast charging if you need to do some overtime. The ProBook 635 stops short of being class leading with the poor 250 nits display. Go for the 400 nits display and avoid the HP SureView privacy screen if you can. If you don't want to pay top bucks for an ultra premium laptop, the HP ProBook 635 Aero G7 is a great business notebook that ticks all the boxes. What do you guys think? Leave your comments and discuss below. Hope you guys enjoyed the review of the HP ProBook 635 Aero G7 laptop. Please click on the like button if you enjoyed this review video and subscribe if you would like to watch more of our tech videos. Thanks for watching. Cheers.